Oh, going and throwing it down. Oh, are you kidding?
High Tops. Catch Row in the Plays of the Month coming up Saturday at noon Eastern Time. We are getting down to the final moments of a tight one. We'll be able to show it to you live. 2:28 now to go. Lakers down 3. Tim Hardaway Jr. leading the way. 5 in double figures for both teams. Brandon Ingram now leading the way for the Lakers. He has 21. When you look at where LeBron is, and they showed a shot of him watching in their latest bad loss, and there's an aggravation there because, for him and Rondo, they're sitting there looking at where they are in the West. They don't want to hear about, now he knows, obviously, the work that's to be done, but those guys also don't look at anything that can happen. You get into the dance, and they both got a ton of experience. This would be a terrible loss for them at home against the Knicks, even without LeBron, right?
I really feel like this is one of those things you look at if you're Rob Pelinka, you're Luke Walton. This is an unacceptable outcome to you if they lose this game. This is one, you're 1-3 without LeBron. You really do want to rise up and get this. And you know this, how important is it for a young player when you actually do get over the hump and win a game like this, the benefit you get out of that? How long does that carry with you?
It's priceless, right? And whether they win or lose the game, say they lose, this is an Avery Johnson coaching because he loves it. You're a young team. You probably overlooked the Knicks and thought you would just walk out here and win this game, but you're in a dogfight now. So that film session the next morning, oh, man, you don't want to be in that one.
No, hey, look, let me tell you something. I don't want Avery Johnson mad at me.
No.
He obviously left an impression, JJ.
Oh, big time.
I don't want him mad at me.
Good shot, bad shot.
Under 2, and you got he's got the okay. You got that cadence down too. Kevin Knox with the ball, up by 3, under 2 to go.
Knox leans in and scores, and the Lakers,
Timeout.
they're in trouble.
Yes, they are. They're down by 5. 1:40 to go against the team from the East. That team being the New York Knicks. So if you've ever seen a clean...
Well, Kevin Knox hasn't shot the ball incredibly well in this game, but you just said, look, he's a bucket getter. And he's demonstrative to the hole at times. He can shoot. He's got some
Did you
real
arrange
skill.
that? We do a live look only to see a Kevin Knox shot? Was
No,
that
me?
you?
Dude, let me tell you
set that
something.
up?
I'll be honest with you. I've been here, well, I turned to learn that, but NBA TV almost like parts of 3 years now, right? This may be the first time I've ever sat in this seat. Okay. I'm here like 3-4 nights a week, where I remember where we're like profiling the Knicks. There's no LeBron, there's no Kuzma. We're doing the Knick game, right? This is not the Knick game? No, that's not.
It feels like the nickname game to you. I know that.
Game that is on. It's only one.
I won't tell you if I'd like them to win. Let's go to late moments. Portland trying to tie things up off glass, no good. Nurkic looking for it, can't find it. Eventually, C.J. McCollum with the jumper, no good.
Get it.
Fumbleaya, Fumblerooski.
Portland ball.
There was a lot that went on here.
That's a good shot there. Portland has been in these games all season long, and they've found a way to win. They're 3-1 in overtime, close games, 14-6 overall at home. But I'm telling you what, when you have closers like Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, you're never out of this game. And they were down 10 with 2 minutes left, and they found a way to, make it a 1-possession game. Now it's 2 possessions, so it's pretty much over now. But they are a tough team.
They're a James Harden 4-point play away. What do you mean?
Larry Johnson, come on, it is Knicks night.
Depends who's
by the
reffing.
way, you got to hit your free throws too. Paul George hit both of those to make it a 4-point lead. Knicks now up 5 with the ball, looking to close out the Lakers.
16th Laker turnover. Knicks have 17 points off the previous 15. Good defense underneath by McGee. Boy, he just stuffed that rim. No opportunity.
Zonia was trying to get it to Cantor, and the ball bounced off of Cantor and basically went back and hit Zonia before it went out of bounds. So the Lakers dodged a bullet.
Knicks have shot 18 free throws in the quarter. 18. McGee. That's a big rebound by Josh Hart. Open is Lonzo. Deep. Down. Got it. Lakers down by 2.
Well, Lonzo has made 6 shots, 5 of them behind the arc.
Where he's 5 for 7. That's where he's doing his best work. Crowder just defense. Lakers need it. Cutting. Cantor. Can't score.
Goaltending.
Count the basket. Count the basket, the goaltend.
They're going to review it.
Apparently.
He signaled goaltend right away. Wide open. Oh, I don't know. Does it hit the glass before JaVale touches it?
Well, we're inside the glass right there.
Yep,
it
that's
did.
goaltending.
What a great view.
That's goaltending.
That's the most definitive view you can get.
Yeah, that first view from the front you couldn't really tell, but the second view from behind the glass, easy call.
116 to 112. It's back to 4. We're under a minute. Gives each team an opportunity to draw something up. Timeouts remaining, 1 for each team. New York will have a foul to give here in the final 2 minutes.
And that's big. That could be very big.
Lakers long out of fouls.
The Lakers just need to scratch here. They need a field goal of some sort. Whether it's a 2, a 3 would obviously be nice, but a 2 is mandatory.
Lonzo will let the ball roll to midcourt before he picks it up. Clock starts. Lonzo Ball just hit a big jump shot off, throws it away. Right into the hands of Hazonia for the 17th turnover of the game and his 6th of the night. And now they will milk the clock. They will not take an early shot.
Yeah, it's a 2-possession game.
Well, Moutier's got a layup, but they follow by Cantor. We got a half a minute to go, and it's a 6-point lead.
And quite frankly, it's been the Knicks game from the start. They have really done a pretty good job of controlling the Lakers.
All right, Knicks up 6. Moutier, 3 good possessions in a row, 2 passes. That one took it to the hole. Miss. Cantor with the fall. That's the good news for the Knicks. Not so much for the Lakers. Defense inside. Those passes were an easy. The Cantor went to the lane. Almost missed it, by the way, but untouched.
Great play drawn up. To force the weak side, a single man eye. He had to make a decision. Do I take away the 3 or do I protect the rim? And he was in between and he was late. JaVale made a heroic job to try to save the play and got the goaltend, but just not enough on that.
And Moutier, 4 of 16, 4 of 17 from the floor, but making his presence felt by penetrating and creating opportunities for the Knicks.
Here's the play, gets past McGee, and Cantor for the follow. Had a pass to him before that. Now, Lonzo Ball did, and he was open off a nice dish from a rebound from McGee for a 3. Hesitated for a second, and you're sitting there, shoot it, and he did, and knocked down the jumper. So, okay, there's that moment, but you can't get here. There's enough on the floor where you got to find a way. You've played in meaningful games. You're the team that's been playing in games, learning from LeBron what to do in these moments. The kids haven't done that.
The only thing I will say in their defense, they're missing 20 points out of Kuzma.
Yep.
He's a tremendous factor. With or without LeBron, Kuzma is a factor. He showed you that last year consistently. Every night he brings it.
No Rondo either, making buckets easier for everybody else, so it's been difficult to get those. Super Mario fouled. And the Knicks will look to close this one out. Growth continues for their players. Tim Hardaway Jr., another good game. He's had a really nice season, Griff. The contract after he had played well down here in Atlanta, a lot of people got mad about, the $17 million and did they overpay him? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Where does he fit? Is he too much money? Hardaway Jr., too much money for another team to look at because he plays well.
Yeah, it feels like one of those numbers that he probably can't play to, and in large part it's because they don't win enough. If you're putting up the numbers he's putting up on a winning team, and it's the difference between winning and losing, that's how you justify that number. So I think that's yet to be seen. If they're able to build this offseason and build towards being a team that has expectation of winning games, and he can continue to produce in meaningful ways, maybe he can live up to that number. But it is, I think, you lose sight of what he's producing because you had such high expectations. In much the same way that Otto Porter doesn't get the credit he deserves for the number he puts up, because all you think about is the number.
The number. Yeah, the number's huge. But for me, I love Hardaway because, 1, his confidence, 2, his ability to shoot from unlimited range. And so in the right system, he can be a factor for you, whether in a starting role or a 6-man role. Now, defensively, he'll have to get better, but it can happen in the right situation.
played extremely well down here with Bud in Atlanta to earn himself that deal.
Well, and the point you made, too, about the Lakers missing Kuz tonight, that is an enormous loss.
Huge.
And it's something for them where I think it becomes fairly clear exactly where Kuz is in the pecking order. If I can't win without you, you probably mean a little more to me than I was willing to admit.
Well, you better admit this if you're in the West and you're thinking about who is going to play the Warriors. We saw, obviously, the Rockets in the big game from Harden. Big stops late for Oklahoma City against those two guards with Porter. Big stop.
OKC is the best defensive team in the league.
37 for PG-13. More game time around the association on the other side.
This is the not-for-sale Kia Forte Drift Car with a blistering top speed and excessive amount of horsepower. And this is the totally redesigned 2019 Kia Forte.